everybody, and welcome back to my Zero Carb Life. I am here today on my front porch, hanging out, first of all, with Jackie Jones, who is a carnivore in Washington State. And Jackie, the reason I wanted to do this episode, I watched a video with John Krasinski yesterday where he was just going through and sharing good news. He said, you know, right now everybody has so much bad news. The news is just kind of ridiculous right now. And he wanted to just share just some happy, fun, good news. And I enjoyed watching it so much, I thought we should do a carnivore edition, right? Just sharing some good news. So my good news today is my Zero Carb Life channel just hit 10,000 subscribers today.
Wow.
I know.
Awesome.
I'm excited. And in honor of that, I've been sending out some Zero Carb Life t-shirts to folks.
I bought one.
Yeah, thank you. And then I thought, how cool would it be if I just called up some carnivores, got to meet you, and just ask me, for heaven's sakes, tell me some happy carnivore news. Tell me, what has carnivore done in your life, Jackie?
My life is so simple now. I don't stress about food. And that, like all my life, that has been my thing. And I'm one that will say, oh no, I don't worry about it. But yes, the truth is, yes, I would worry about it. I would think about food. It was like all day, every day.
Was there anything else that you've seen benefits to your time, 90 some days as a carnivore?
The guts. My guts were in a turmoil every day. Even when I was, a long time NSNG, no sugar, no grain eater. And that so improved everything a lot. But there was still something in there causing me some troubles, but I could never quite figure that out. And so, you never know when you're going to be up all night.
Any other improvements?
Sleeping really good. I love how deep I feel like I'm sleeping. I have dreams. I don't think I always had dreams. Is that weird? Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I just think, honestly, the biggest thing is my peace of mind, that you can't buy that in the store. And before I would be like, I'm going on a driving trip somewhere and I'm going to be gone for 2 hours. I know I'm going to be hungry in that time. Oh my gosh, what do I bring? What do I do? How do I prepare? Now, it's all in my fridge right now, all the time, always something, because cold burger patties are just fine.
Well, Jackie, I'm thrilled to hear some good news from you, girl. And I've talked to you on Facebook so many times, a lot. I feel like we're dear friends, so it's really my pleasure to talk.
We are dear friends.
We're good friends.
Yeah, we're zero carb friends.
Yes. What did James say the other day? We should get like Burger Buddy promise rings or something.
Yes, that was so hilarious.
Awesome. Well, pleasure to talk to you, and I'll see you on Facebook.
Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. I can't wait for every video. A new Kelly video. Oh my gosh. Yeah, gotta watch.
Yeah, all right, thank you, Jackie.
Thanks, Kelly.
Hi, Kenny. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Yourself?
I'm doing well, thanks. Where are you? Where do you live?
I am up in the Great White North. I'm up in Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada.
And how are things in Canada right now?
It's been interesting for sure. We're mostly just kind of sticking to ourselves.
Yeah.
Just trying to curb this pandemic up here. So.
Oh, oh my gosh. It just arrived. I had ordered 36 rolls of toilet paper and I kept thinking it's not going to come. It's not going to come. It's like Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I never thought I would be excited about toilet paper, but here we are, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I feel like in a day and age where we are quarantined and schools are canceled and we're excited about toilet paper, Kenny, we need some good news. What's carnivore doing for you?
I wasn't really focusing on losing weight. I was just trying to get into better physical shape. And at the time that I had started it, I did have a gym injury from my mid-20s that was kind of lingering, comes back almost every day because I sit in an office chair every day. So in the afternoon, it would usually show up. And I re-injured it about 3 years ago when I was snowboarding. So and that was when it happened when I was snowboarding. It was a definitive felt like a guitar string snapped in my
Oh
leg.
my gosh.
And nobody could tell me what it was. They just said, yeah, I guess it's just going to hurt. So I noticed near the end of March, near the end of the 30 days, the actual injury pain is gone. My skin is cleared up quite a bit. And that's actually another interesting thing. So people have always thought that I've been a bit of a stoner, and I have never smoked marijuana in my life. I've never done stuff. And, but it was always because I had like dark circles around my eyes, and I always just looked tired. And my eyes were always pretty sensitive. So sometimes they'd be red, but that seems to be going away as well.
That is fantastic news. Oh my gosh. So your back is doing better. Your skin looks better. Dark circles are gone. People no longer think you're high. This is all great.
Yeah.
And you've only been pure carnivore for how long?
It's only been the month of March.
The month of March. So
Yeah.
I think sometimes people think you're going to have to eat only meat for a really long amount of time to see an improvement. But there's a reason that people throw out these 30-day carnivore challenges so often. And it's because that in 30 days, a lot of people see so many improvements that they don't end up going back.
Exactly.
Kenny, thanks for sharing some good news with us today.
And you bet.
Take care. Stay healthy, okay?
You bet. You too.
Thanks, Kenny. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
This is Lynn Doty. And Lynn, where do you live?
I live in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, so you're not far from me at all. How are things right now where you are in Atlanta?
It's kind of, we're definitely staying home most of the time, but I went to the grocery store yesterday and it wasn't too bad.
So how long have you been carnivore?
Exactly 41 days.
41 days. Well done. And what were you hoping to accomplish by going carnivore?
I just did it. I did keto for 10 months and I just needed that last 10 stubborn pounds to go away so I could fit back into my size 8 clothes. I've lost like more than 10 pounds. So I'm my lowest weight I've been since I can remember. And I haven't really been hungry.
How amazing is that? You could have worked yourself to death in a gym. You could have starved yourself. You could have been struggling to lose 10 pounds. Or, right?
I could have just eaten meat. I wake up in the morning now, like at 5:36, and I've never had this kind of energy. I pop out of bed, grab my husky dog, and instead of taking him for like a little 1 mile walk, we're off for 3 or 4 miles.
Wow.
And I still have energy when I get home from that. So then later in the day, I'll set my timer for 20 minutes in the little home gym we have and try to do something for 20 minutes. And then I find myself at 20 minutes, I still have 10 more minutes left in me. So I'll do a 30-minute little strength workout or maybe some yoga or something, which I'm trying to learn how to do that, which to stretch out a little bit. But, you know, I'm more like you, like I haven't been to the gym in a few years. So yeah, but I'm finding the energy isn't compelling me to go to the gym.
I love that. I think a lot of people work out to try to get healthy, but really once you're healthy from a good diet, you just want to move.
Exactly.
You don't feel like you're forcing it. Whereas I used to feel like every minute was drudgery of working out. Now I don't go to a gym, but I do have 3 young kids. And so I am active and I feel like, there's one of them. I feel like I have plenty of energy to do things with them. Yesterday, my youngest here is learning to ride a bike, but I can't just turn her loose. I jog next to her. I hate jogging though, really, but I have the energy to do it as needed.
Exactly.
So, Lynn, tell me, what are some of the other improvements that you've seen from carnivore?
Okay, I made a little list so I wouldn't forget to tell you anything. And the first thing is I've noticed that my sleep has improved. And I'll get back to that in a minute, but sleep is something that I struggle with. That's probably my biggest problem in life is like insomnia. So mental clarity, I'm coming up with like ideas for my business that I have been out of a creative zone for like 3 years where I'm just been in the doldrums, a little bit I would say a little depressed, a little like in my little clamshell. And all of a sudden I'm thinking of things I never thought of. I feel like God is speaking to me more, which is amazing. It's like I'm starting to dream of my future again. And I've come out of a fog that I've been in for like 3 years. So the other thing I was going to say is this is something I want to confess to be truthful because you said you want true testimonies.
I do.
And in my since college, since I was 19, I have been in mental hospitals 5 different times for a week to 10 days at age 19, at age 23, at age 37, 2016, 2017. And what happens to me is they would diagnose me as bipolar, but it all starts with sleep. I just like don't sleep for a whole week. Well, everybody goes crazy when you don't sleep for a week.
Yeah.
So, you just go there, they drug you up, you sleep for a week and you get better. And then you come home on meds and you gain 10, 20, 30 pounds. So between that happening in 2016 and 2017 in the fall, I also went through menopause at age 51. So gaining weight, my hormones are going all over the place, not sleeping, in and out of the mental hospital, which is just making me worse. All of a sudden, I don't have like that anxiety or that fear. Like if I have one bad night of sleep, my brain goes, oh my gosh, if you have 2 nights and then 3 nights and then 7 nights, they're going to throw you in, whatever the place is called here, the hospital. And I'm like, I can't go back there. I'm telling you, it's horrible. It's not a place to get well from mental illness in the mental hospital. So I feel like carnivore is going to cure me of my bipolar disorder, which I've been looking for a cure since I was age 19. So that is the main thing.
I am one of the least emotional people for real. I'm just not a cry, but I kid you not. That really gets me like misty. Like, you're talking about a life that's altered from mental issues being resolved. That's so much bigger and more beautiful to me than the idea of losing a few pounds.
You have those secret sins of your life that you sweep under the rug. You don't want anybody to know. And this is that for me. I've been a CEO of a major corporation, a real estate office for years. And so it always happened to me when I wasn't working. So that was good. Nobody wondered where I went for a week. But I didn't want my agents to know that they have a crazy boss. So, but you know what? It's the truth. So I want the truth to be out there.
I am so proud of you and so honored that you are willing to talk about it. I think it's something that a lot of people are scared to talk about. Lynn, I'm so thankful that you came on here to talk to me today, because I want people to know that this isn't just a quick fix for a little weight loss, that this can change your sleep patterns. It can help moods. And I think you're so brave and cool for doing this today. I look forward to seeing you online, and I feel like we're already dear friends, but talking to you face to face just solidifies that. So thanks for sharing some good news with the world, Lynn.
It was my pleasure.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hi, Laura. It's so nice to finally speak to you face to face. I know we've communicated online quite a bit. So tell us, where are you in the world?
I'm in a small town called Olds, Alberta, and I'm in Canada. Yeah, we got snow on the ground. It snowed overnight again. It's like, I didn't check the temperature, but it's like -15 today. But it's beautiful. Like, it's sunny and there's blue sky. So,
what's life like right now? Are you in kind of quarantine?
Yeah, I normally work in the city, which is an hour away from me. So I commute to work an hour both ways. So, yeah, I was told to go home just to have the social distancing, whatever. So I've been home this is my 3rd week at home by myself. I'm hanging out, and yeah, my husband, it's just me and my husband. So he goes to work. He's a carpenter. And so he's been going to work like normal. So I'm just working from home, and it's been good. I've been doing good.
Okay. So Laura, and we've got a lot of bad news right now. A lot of bad news. I'm glad that you and I are doing well, but there are a lot of people who aren't. And so I want to hear some good news. Tell me what Carnivore is doing for you.
Yeah. Thankfully to like people like you, I've been following since the new year, found you, and I've been following a lot of other people throughout the years, like Vanessa is a big one. So I just thought, yeah, like I just kind of gathered my information first and was like, yeah, I think I could maybe try this carnivore thing, because I've been doing keto for 2.5 years, whatever, very faithfully. I lost 40 pounds doing that, 45 pounds, but keto really helped me slim down. So yeah, the more I heard and read from all these different keto people that I follow who are going to the carnivore side, I thought, okay, yeah, maybe I'll just give that a try. And it's been good. Like, as I said before, the biggest benefit is just, you don't have to think about food at all. I'm not like, I was always hungry before, always hungry. Like my husband can like testify. like he's 6'2" and he's tall and skinny, and he will never gain. We were encroaching on the same weight because like, and I was like, I'm just always hungry after every meal, right? And he's like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, especially doing carnivore, I have 2 meals a day usually, and it's pretty high in the calories. But the biggest benefit for me, the thing that's going right, is just not having to think about food. You're not hungry. You're not always scrounging for something else or that dessert thing. Like I love desserts and treats, and so yeah, that's been nice. But yeah, I learned a lot from people like you and all the other carnivore keto people out there. I just keep learning and eating up your videos, and I watch them all. I love them. You guys are great.
Thank you, Laura. That is so kind. I really do appreciate you watching and for saying that. And I'm so glad that you're feeling good. You certainly look fantastic. And it was just my pleasure to meet you. So thanks for coming on and sharing some good news.
Yeah, love you.
I love you too, Laura. Thank you so much. And I'll see you online.
Okay.
Hey, Audra, what's up, girl?
Not much. I'm excited to be talking with you.
Same here. So I want to share with some people some good news right now. We could all use it. Tell me what's happening in your carnivore life right now.
Well, myself, including my family, I have 3 boys. We're all predominantly carnivore. I'm strictly carnivore. And so just a whole lot of meat and fat eating going on here.
Love that. And what have you were telling me in an email about some of the improvements that you've seen. Tell everybody, it was amazing.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I struggled with lupus for a number of years, as well as arthritis, major food sensitivities, and gut issues. And I mean, that's just to name a few. You know how that goes. So when I started this, it really reduced inflammation in my body. So I haven't struggled with arthritis or anything like that. No joint pain. I've got more energy because I was coming from a place where, I was in bed all the time. I just didn't have energy to even blow dry my hair. I couldn't even take a shower. I'd have to go straight to bed after that. So now I've got a whole lot more energy, and my life has just really, really changed since I started.
Man, that's amazing. Those kind of stories get me way more excited than somebody who says, I was really just hoping to lose a few pounds. No, you're like living your best life now, and I'm so happy to hear that. What do you mostly eat? Do you mostly eat beef, or what do you have most days?
Definitely beef. I'm not a fan of pork unless it comes in the bacon form. I like bacon, but I don't like any other pork. So mainly beef, mainly ribeye steaks. I find fatty cuts of New York strips, and then I put bacon grease on it. Girl, like following your example there. Meat cookies, lots of those. So that's basically what I stick to on a daily basis. Yeah.
That is fantastic. So, you look so like bright-eyed and just healthy. I love it. And
thank you.
Which part of the world are you in?
I'm actually in Texas. So I'm in the Texas part of the world.
And how is your life right now with everything going on?
Well, it is not. Having the boys at home is stressful because, we're trying not to go crazy.
Yeah.
But other than that, trying to be at peace, know that good things are coming from this, even though bad things are coming out of it too. But really focusing on how we can strengthen ourselves as a family unit, taking nature walks and stuff like that. So our little community is pretty healthy, and just staying positive.
Yes. Awesome. And so you're feeling better, you're eating well, you're spending time with your people. And And I love you, Audra. I'm so thankful that you reached out to me, and I'm looking forward to putting together this whole episode about like good news in the carnivore world, because there's
Good news. Yes.
good news. There's enough bad news out there right now. Thanks for talking to me, Audra.
Thank you very much. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hi, Martin. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. What part of the world are you in?
I am in Niagara, Ontario.
And how is carnivore going for you?
Carnivore is going fantastically for me. I'm really loving it. I mean, who thought eating steak was all you needed to do? I love meat, so I mean, yeah.
Well, you're looking well. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I lost about 50 pounds. I was 285, and now I think I'm around 245. I'm happy.
How long have you been full carnivore?
1 year.
1 year. Congrats, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Good for you.
Yeah.
Martin, I'm so glad to hear that you're feeling good and that everything seems pretty normal other than just sitting at your house. And that you're eating right and living right and feeling good.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you, Martin, and thanks for helping me to share some good news.
Okay, thank you. Thanks for calling so quickly. That was awesome.
Absolutely. Bye. All right, I am here with Karen Miles, and I've talked with Karen some online. She is over at Zeroing In on Health quite a bit, and I'm always excited to visit with her because she's just a lovely person. So hi, Karen.
Good to talk to you, Kelly. Great to talk to you.
How is your carnivore life going these days? What improvements have you seen?
My improvements have been really great. I've been on it for 3.5 months. I was doing keto for 2 years. I had a lot of success, about 35 pounds or so, 40 pounds. And then I'm a PE teacher. I'm on my feet a lot. And my ankles bother me. Now, I've had a lot of basketball and track and softball days, and I couldn't get that ankle better, and I did not injure it. I'm like, what am I doing? I was eating too much keto junk, a little extra cheating on keto, and it was Thanksgiving time, it's my anniversary, and I was cheating. So all of a sudden, my ankle was killing me. I said, I read about the carnivore. I have to try it. So I tried it in 3 days. 3 days, I was 100% better. I could see my ankle bone again. It wasn't so inflamed like it was hurting me so bad. I couldn't even walk. People are like, you better go to the doctor. I said, I know what I need to do. I know it's food. And sure enough, I ate carnivore. I started right away, and 3 days, I was 100% better. I eat upstairs in my school, and I go downstairs, and I used to have to kind of cheat walking down like 2 feet at a time on a step. I did not have to. I could just walk down the step like normal now. So I'm tons better. Real happy.
Karen, that is so cool. 3 days. That's amazing. Oh, my word.
That's good.
Yeah,
I have another cool thing, a toenail that's been black for years and years. And I went to a dermatologist for my skin being outside a lot. And I said, look at my toenail. He said that could be an injury, or it could be you need to take some medicine.
Uh-huh.
So, okay, took a little chunk out, sent it away, $150 later. Oh, yeah, it's an injury. It's never going to get better. It's always going to be black. And, of course, in the summer, I paint my nails, so you can't get black. Guess what? That black toenail is now like grayish, getting a little white. So I'm healing myself from the inside out.
Yes,
That's
you
it.
are. Karen, I
Yeah.
like you. You're spunky. That's good. I thought you would be just by reading the way you write. Just your Facebook comments always seem so happy.
What's really cool is I used to be cold a lot, especially since I lost weight. Oh, it's because you're so skinny. I'm like, I'm not so skinny, but whatever. I said, yeah, I'm sure that's it because I lost weight. Guess what that meat does to me? I'm not cold anymore. Normally my hands were, well, I do have 2 layers on because it's kind of cold in Illinois today. But I'm not cold anymore. My feet were always freezing. I put socks at the last second with my slippers to get in bed. My feet would be freezing, but not anymore. I don't have to warm my feet up on my husband's legs anymore. That's a good thing. Yeah. And I sleep so much better. And I had sciatica pain for years, and that is 98% better. Believe it.
Wow.
Unbelievable, my sciatica. Yep.
That is fantastic.
So I thank God. Yep.
Absolutely. Karen, if you can't cheer somebody up, it can't be done. So thank you. Thank you for bringing us some good news today. I just want to put together and compile some good news stories. So thank you for being part of that. Yes.
Great. Kelly, you're awesome. Keep on doing what you're doing. You are a blessing. When I was stalking your video this morning with your kids and the puppets, you had a hymnal close by. I know you're a Christian woman, so good for you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Karen. Absolutely. Same to you. And thank you, friend. Love you. Bye. All right. Hey, you guys. I'm here with Rachel. It's a different day, so I'm wearing something different from everything else because I tried to talk to Rachel yesterday in Australia, and our connection was terrible. But we're going to give it another go because, Rachel, I need to hear some good news. Tell me what's going on in your carnivore life.
Well, I am currently, tomorrow I'll be 38 weeks pregnant. So I am making a meat baby.
Awesome. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I've got a lot more energy this time. This is my 5th baby. So I've had 4.
Yeah. Queen, I love it. Congratulations.
So I've got a good comparison. I've had 4 standard diet pregnancies and babies, and this is my first carnivore pregnancy and baby. So it's most stuff is the same. Most stuff you complain about is just being pregnant, but there are some differences, and I've had more energy. I've needed less naps. My teeth have been in better condition. In the previous pregnancies, I've had fillings fall out and chipped teeth. I've had to have an emergency root canal, and this time my teeth have been perfect.
Oh, that's cool. Like, that's a big deal. That's huge.
And I've had babies close together. My eldest is 7, and this time is an 18-month gap. So being able to have no teeth problems, which is a clear sign of some kind of nutrient deficiency, is a big deal.
Yes.
And, saves a trip to the dentist.
Yeah. Right. So how long have you been carnivore now?
About a year. So I started 3 months before I fell pregnant, and then I'm like, keep going.
So in general, I know, we've got a world pandemic going on, but in your household, things are pretty good at the moment?
Well, we were homeschooling when it wasn't mainstream, so it hasn't made much of a difference.
You were homeschooling before it was cool, right?
Yeah.
Now we're all homeschooling, yeah. You're trendsetter right there. That's what you are, trendsetter.
Made a difference. My kids are really missing their friends, so dancing's been cancelled, and everything that we go to is cancelled. So they're feeling a bit lonely. The homeschoolers do normally get out of the house.
Oh, good for you.
But not at the moment. We're just like everyone else, cooped up at home.
And hopefully we can all get out eventually. But in the meantime, it's cool that I can just, pick up a laptop and talk to you in Australia. So thank you for talking to me, Rachel, and thanks for sharing some good news with us.
Wonderful.
Bye. All right, everybody. I am here with Elizabeth Stern, who is an admin for the 2 Facebook groups, actually, for Strict Carnivore and for Zero Carb Health over with Dana Spencer-Shute. And she also, I see her all the time over at Zeroing In on Health, where just in general, Elizabeth helps keep everybody straight. And I love you for that, Elizabeth. Hey, it's so nice to meet you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I have 2 new grandbabies in the last couple weeks. And one is in California, but when I get to see here, I don't have to isolate from my daughter, my granddaughter, and my grandson. So that's so good for my heart. This grandma's missing all her babies. I've got 6 now.
Oh my, congratulations on the 2 new ones. So Elizabeth, I have been at home with my kids all day. I decided I would just make a couple of Zoom calls. I haven't even done makeup or anything, but I just wanted to talk to you. And I was reading through your story and thought, man, now that is some good news. So share some good news with us about, I know that your story started off rocky because I remember you started and gained several pounds when you first began. So what happened after that?
Well, I started doing very, very strict meat and water. And I gained 8 pounds the first month. which was scary.
Yeah.
I'd lost about 50 on 2 years of very strict keto. I'll be 64 this summer. And I started this journey right before my 60th birthday and said, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I can't even get down on the floor to play with my grandkids. I go to work all day. I come home and all I want to do is lay in bed. I never go out anywhere. I can't get out of a chair without pushing myself up. And it wasn't just from weight, because I wasn't super heavy, but just stiff and old and tired. So keto was great. I took a lot of weight off, but I was hungry all the time. I was angry. I did not want one more big old salad. I just wanted more meat. And when I heard about this crazy group of people, all they were eating was meat, I said, count me in. So January 2 years ago, I went to the store and I bought about 4 pounds of ground sirloin, ate the entire thing that night. And I was so happy. I was just so happy. I get rid of all the cauliflower, the coconut flour, the olive oil, all that stuff. I live alone finally, so I was able to get all that out of the house. Had nothing here I couldn't eat. And just ate to my heart's content and gained 8 pounds. Mm. And fortunately, I found Dana over at Zero Carb Health, and she said, well, maybe you need to eat more. And I said,
and
what
I know you had
lose?
Like, oh,
what do you have to lose? So around my 6th month, I started eating about 3 pounds of meat a day, and very quickly I dropped 10 pounds.
It's so counterintuitive to everything.
I know, but 4 decades of being overweight, hypothyroid, hyperinsulinemic, damaged metabolism, my body just needed more nutrients. It needed medicine, and meat was the medicine. So I've lost about 5 more pounds since then in the last 2 years, but I was a size almost 18 when I started, and I'm going to lose 14 now. So
that's awesome.
The fat's turned to muscle in some areas, apparently.
Yes. So you had tried dieting before the carnivore. Yeah. And you'd gone hungry, and then suddenly you're told, hey, you should really eat more meat, stay extra full. Yeah. And now you're losing weight. I feel like that's the best news ever, Elizabeth.
It is. And I've gotten off water pills. My thyroid medication's been cut in half. That's all I take. Most people over 50 take an average of about 5 medications every day. Oh. And I take a little bit of thyroid, and that's it. And I can get down on the floor and get back up again. I'm sleeping better than I have in 20 or 30 years. Wow. In fact, in my letter when I wrote you, my son, I got on the floor to find something underneath my bed the other day, and he came in and he looked at me and the tears started going down his face. He said, Mom, I have never seen you down on the floor. Because I knew if I got down, I couldn't get back up again. Can you imagine, 20 years, he'd never seen me on the floor. I hadn't been down to play with him when he was a baby. His sisters played with him on the floor. So I couldn't go up a flight of stairs 2 years ago, even after losing weight on keto, because I felt old. And I don't feel old anymore. I mean, if Jesus tarries, I could be around into my 90s. Both my grandmas were in their 90s. Wow. And I'm ready. Bring it on. I'll just keep eating meat the next 30 years.
This is very good news. Elizabeth, thank you for all you do for this community, and thank you for sharing what Zero Carb is doing in your life, and for being out there every single day just volunteering. You're not making a penny off of this, right? You're just sharing what has worked for you and answering questions all day long. I know, because I see you do it, and you're amazing. Yeah. All right, thank you, Elizabeth, and thanks for good news today, and I'll see you.
God bless you and your family. Thank you so much for your time. I feel like such a celebrity now.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
All right, we are going to draw 5 winners of t-shirts from people who commented the word gift on the channel. So Julia, draw the first name. Oh, let's stir them up. Okay, without looking, pick a name from the list.
Carol Reed.
Carol Reed! Here, I'll take that. Good job, Carol Reed. We're going to send you a t-shirt. All right, stir it up without picking, or without peeking. Thomas, pick a name. Look and see what you got. Okay.
Anna Bushnell.
Let's see what it says.
Bushnell.
Leanne Bushnell. Leanne Bushnell. What we got?
We have Nikki Jenkins.
Nikki Jenkins! Woo! Her name, Thomas.
I can't clap that hard because I have a bend.
Oh, Annie had a bike wreck yesterday. Okay. Look.
Danielle Jackson.
Danielle. Oh, don't go back in. She might get drawn twice. Yay, Danielle Jackson. Okay, one more name, Julia.
Tracy Bishop.
Tracy Bishop. Good job. All right, everybody, we'll do it again. If you would like to be entered for a t-shirt, just comment the word gift below and we'll draw some more names soon.
Good job, everybody.
Yeah.